Hey, welcome back. It's Jason Walter here. In my previous video, I asked you guys if you wanted me to make a video about the pros and cons about buying a brand new house. The response was absolutely phenomenal, so due to popular demand, that is the topic of today's video. If you missed my previous video, I went in depth about the latest housing stats for new home sales in the US. So I'm not going to be going over that in today's video, but if you missed that video, I'll leave a link below for you. All right, to be honest, I'm very bearish on buying a brand new house right now. In my opinion, the cons outweigh the pros, but I'll do my best to give you an impartial point of view so you can make a more informed decision about whether or not you should buy a brand new house. Let's first discuss the pros of buying a brand new house, and then I'll go over my cons. The number one advantage is that the house is, for the lack of a better word, new. It's built to the latest code, and you also do not have to worry about replacing a costly roof. And let's face it, not many home buyers have the means to pay for a brand new $10,000 to $50,000 roof. A second pro about buying a brand new house is that you do not have to worry about how home inspections are going to turn out. In contrast, when you buy an older house, home buyers are often concerned about what the inspector is going to find. So for example, will termites be found? Will the inspector find dry rot? And does the kitchen need some repair? On the other hand, when a home buyer is in contract to buy a brand new house, then most issues found by the inspectors are covered by the home builder. If you do decide to buy a brand new house, I highly recommend you still do your home inspections because you never know what you're going to find. I helped a client buy a brand new house a couple of years ago, and we found that the home builder never connected the sewer to the house. So that was $159 well spent for a sewer line inspection. And by the way, a friendly reminder to please hit the like button. I greatly appreciate that because it helps support the growth of my YouTube channel. A third major advantage of buying a brand new house is the home warranty that's offered by the home builder. Builder warranties can vary by state, so I highly recommend that you reach out to your home builder and real estate agent to find what is and what is not covered. In general, home builders warrant that a new house will be free from structural defects for 10 years. A 1-year fit and finish warranty is also typically offered that covers workmanship and materials on most components of the house. In addition, there's often a 2-year warranty for the plumbing, sewer, and electrical systems at the house. In contrast, when you buy an existing house, meaning not a brand new house, typically a builder's warranty is not included unless the house is newer and the builder warranty has not expired yet. However, home buyers buying older houses still have the option to buy a 1-year home warranty. That's a lot different than a builder's warranty, so let me briefly explain. A general home warranty covers the repair or replacement of major systems and appliances from unexpected breakdowns caused by normal wear and tear due to everyday use for a period of 1 year. Some common household systems and appliances that are covered by a home warranty are the following. When I had a home warranty on my house, they replaced my hot water heater and my pool pump, which literally saved me over $1,000. However, I strongly recommend that you weigh the cost of buying a home warranty because they can cost several $100s per year. A fourth pro about buying a brand new house is that you may have the opportunity to pick all the fit and finishes inside the house. This means you may be able to select all the upgrades if the builder hasn't already selected them. These would be things such as like flooring type, paint colors, appliance types, the cabinet types, trim colors, doors, and much, much more. This can be a fun process because you basically can tailor your house to your needs and wants. But that comes with a major downside, which leads me to my first con about buying a brand new house. One major disadvantage of buying a brand new house from a new development is the cost of the builder upgrades. If you ever walked into a brand new model home, you'll notice that everything is absolutely perfect. The appliances are high end, the cabinets are high end, it has nice hardwood floors, all the lighting is perfect, and all the furniture is perfect as well. What they normally do not tell you is that in those model houses, that includes literally every single upgrade imaginable. I've personally seen builder upgrades worth $300,000 for an $800,000 house, which is absolutely insane. And here's the major downside. So the builder upgrades increase the price of the house, which in turn increases your property taxes that you pay. And yes, you heard me correctly, you would be paying property taxes on those builder upgrades. Let me briefly give you an example. So let's say you buy a house with a $500,000 base price, but it has $300,000 in options. Therefore, your total purchase price for the house is, of course, $800,000. Using a property tax rate of 1.25%, that would mean you would pay an extra $3,750 per year in extra property taxes for those builder options. In other words, you could have saved $3,750 per year if you opted to buy the $500,000 base price house with no builder upgrades. In addition, the property taxes that you pay for a new home in a new development are often significantly higher than an older house. Before placing a deposit for a new house, I highly recommend that you check with your real estate agent as well as the home builder regarding how much are your property taxes actually going to be. That leads me to my second con, and this is a very, very big one. And that is you definitely pay a premium in order to buy new construction. So for example, as I mentioned, property taxes are typically a lot higher for a new home in a new development versus an older house in a more mature neighborhood. So for example, in my neck of the woods, which is the greater Sacramento area, it's very common for property tax rates to be around 1.25% for older houses in more mature neighborhoods. But houses in new developments often have higher property taxes, especially Mello-Roos, which can literally add thousands of dollars in property taxes per year. Mello-Roos is a special property tax assessment to pay for the infrastructure around a new home development. This can go to pay for things like roads, sidewalks, streetlights, parks, and even schools. And depending on the area, Mello-Roos can last for decades and some never ever expire. Plus, Mello-Roos are generally not tax deductible from federal taxes, but please confirm with your tax accountant. In addition, new home developments often have HOA dues, which further increases your housing payment. Therefore, when you compare buying a brand new house to an older house, you literally could be paying hundreds of dollars more per month in extra property taxes and potentially HOA dues. A third con is probably something that a lot of you are not aware of. When you buy a home in a brand new home development, you often have to use the builder's sales contract. These, in my opinion, normally favor the home builder and not the home buyer. So for example, when a home buyer is buying a house in California, for example, our California Association of Realtors has a standard sales contract that's approximately 18 pages long. In contrast, if you were to buy a house from a brand new home development, often their sales purchase agreements is over 100 pages long, and it's very hard to find out what buyer protections are in place, such as contingencies. On top of this, sometimes home builders require that buyers pay for more of the closing costs than are standard in the resale market. These could be fees such as title and escrow fees and city and county transfer taxes and more. What this basically means as a home buyer is that you potentially could be paying thousands of dollars more in closing costs than you normally would in the resale market. A fourth major downside about buying a brand new home construction is the lack of housing inventory for many parts across the nation. Prior to 2020, you literally could walk into a sales office for a brand new home development, pick a dirt lot, place a deposit down, and your home would be built in 4 to 9 months. Now there's been reports that home builders are delaying selling houses, and that's creating bidding wars. I went over this in detail in my previous video, so if you missed that video, I'll leave a link up here for you. The lack of new houses for sale is driving up home prices to record high levels. In addition, for many new home communities across the nation, if you want a shot at buying a brand new house, you have to sign up early and get on their VIP list. That's just a fancy way of saying waiting list. Aww. What basically happens is that when a new home gets released for sale, then the home builder goes down this waiting list until they find a home buyer who's willing to place a deposit down. In my neck of the woods, there's often a long waiting list, so good luck on negotiating the price or getting any free builder upgrades. But wait, there's more. A fifth con about buying a brand new house is that often the lot sizes are very, very small. I've seen many where the backyard is basically the size of a very, very small patio. So if you're looking for a very large backyard to grow veggies and fruit trees, then you're probably going to have a hard time finding the right fit in a brand new home development. In addition, the landscaping is very limited typically in newer home developments, and that's true for common areas as well as the backyard. In my area, it's very common for builders to provide a very small concrete patio and a dirt backyard. So it's up to you at your own expense in order to landscape the rest of the yard, which could cost up to $10,000 or more. Therefore, if you like tree-lined streets with large mature trees, then you probably aren't going to find that in a brand new home development. A sixth downside is that it could take up to 1 year or longer in order to build your house. If you're in no rush, then this is probably not a big deal at all, except for the fact that you may not know what your mortgage payment is going to be. So let me explain. This is because you normally cannot lock in your mortgage interest rate until you're closer to approximately 60 to 90 days from construction being done. Therefore, if you're months out from when you can lock in your mortgage interest rate, then it's anyone's guess what your total housing payment is going to be. This obviously would be completely fine if mortgage interest rates decrease or remain the same from the time period of when you place your deposit at the home builder to when you can lock in your mortgage interest rate. However, right now, mortgage interest rates are hovering around 3%, which is not far from all-time record lows. And the Federal Reserve recently indicated that they may start to taper the purchases of $120 billion per month in treasury bonds and mortgage-backed securities. This could mean that mortgage interest rates could increase once that taper begins, and especially when the Fed increases the federal funds rate. So in my opinion, this is a very big risk of placing a deposit down for a brand new house when it's not going to be built for many months and you can't lock in your mortgage interest rate. This, of course, is because you do not know what your housing payment is going to be. If mortgage interest rates increase, then so will your future housing payment. And this is obviously way different than buying a resale house or an existing house, because often you can lock in your mortgage interest rate soon after you get your offer accepted from the home seller. So to summarize, buying a new house isn't for everyone. There's clear advantages and disadvantages. If you decide to buy a brand new house, then I highly recommend you read through their disclosures and their purchase contract very carefully with your real estate agent. One very important thing to look out for, and this could be literally a one-page addendum on their purchase contract, is escalation clauses in which the builder can charge the buyer more money if building material prices increase above a certain level. This is very bad if you're a home buyer, so definitely be on the lookout for these escalation clauses. So check out the link below if you want a real estate agent referral from virtually anywhere in the US. Also, if you got any value out of this video whatsoever, then please hit the like button. I greatly appreciate that. And also consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. You also can follow me on Instagram. I'm Sacramento Realtor. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.